Welcome to the Take Notice workshop as part of this series for our ShapeShift project. What does Take Notice mean for you?
Well, lots of things. I think awareness in general, just noticing things around you, tuning in to what's going on rather than just kind of, focusing and getting on with what you need to do. Me sort of taking notice of nature is quite important, and slowing down, and other people too, like taking notice of other people and how we're sort of interacting with other people, how other people are feeling around you, how you feel. So just being more aware, I think.
Yeah. For me, take notice could be like things that I notice on my walk that maybe like the nature around me changes within the seasons, or I might notice that a piece of artwork that I've made one day, I really like it and I like certain aspects of it, and then another day I dislike certain aspects. So it's about taking notice and asking questions like, why do I feel this way? How taking notice of things that help you as well. So if you know that you often feel better when you've had a nice healthy meal, taking notice of other people, taking notice of yourself, and noticing what things make you feel better. If you do a little creative thing every day for 5 minutes, does that boost your mood? So yeah, it's being mindful, I suppose.
Hi, and welcome to the Take Notice mini yoga session within this series of workshops. We're going to tune into what we can notice. In this session, we're going to try and enhance our awareness a little bit so we can tune into things more easily within ourselves and the world outside. So let's start breathing. Sitting on a chair or on the floor, standing if you like. We're just going to start to breathe, closing the eyes at first. So inhaling from the belly and exhaling. Just take a few moments to center yourself. Nice, easy, natural breath. So as you breathe, see what's happening inside you. See what parts of you are moving. Do you notice a subtle movement in your rib cage, in your spine, in any other parts of your body as you're breathing? And then what can you feel? What are you feeling inside your body? Can you feel sensations? Maybe tingling, maybe other sensations. Just being aware of them and noticing them. Taking notice of how you feel emotionally as well. And again, don't have to label it or judge it, just notice it. And then opening the eyes, we're going to sit here and breathe, being aware of what's around you. There might be other people around you, there might not. It might just be a space or room. You might have a window. I can see a big window over there with rooftops and things. We're going to spend a few moments breathing, just being aware of what's around you. So the space around you, what it feels like, what it sounds like, the colours you can see. And taking your awareness outside that space, so maybe you can hear a garden or a road or people, maybe not. If you can't, maybe just imagining what's outside that room. And again, being aware of what you can feel in your body. See if you can be aware of those two things at the same time, what's outside, what's inside. And see what you notice. You can do those things for as long as you like or as little as you like, but it's a fun thing to do now and again and really helpful for helping us take notice in general. So we'll do a little bit of movement, just seeing what we notice. And again, you could do this seated or in a chair. We'll start to make some circles with our shoulders. So moving back the shoulders, seeing what you notice about that movement. And the other way. And then looking from side to side with the head. And see what you notice with your field of vision this way. So, like, what can you see? What can you see? Moving your head from side to side like this. See how wide you can take your vision. If you're not working with your eyesight, then you could imagine. Simply move your head and imagine the sense of space around you. And then look forward. We're going to start to move by moving one arm, sweeping it around our body. And you can come as low or as high as you like. Really exploring the space around you, seeing what you notice as you move. So try and see how this movement feels in your body, and then how you can explore the space outside you, what you notice about that space moving this way. And let's go to the other side. And then we will come into a balance, because balancing is really good for tuning into your awareness, general concentration, sort of skills. So we'll come into what's known in yoga as tree. So you may have done this before. Bringing one foot up like this, you can be in this position, or you could bring it up to here. You could, so below the knee. Your foot can be below the knee or on the floor, not on the knee. If you're doing it in a chair, you might make this leg position sitting down. You might just do the arms. Gazing at something, a fixed point that isn't going to move, really helps. And trying to build that balance from the ground up. So if you imagine a line going up the middle of you, imagine you're going to stick to that line and grow taller. And looking at something in a distance. So this is really involves a lot of taking notice, because you've got to pay attention to what's going on inside your body to balance. And see, I'm wobbling around because I'm trying to talk to you at the same time. And then what's outside your body to stay balanced. And then let's do that the other side. The same thing, drawing up nice and tall. And use a wall if you need to. You can always touch a wall or something behind you, or stand against a wall. Trying to find that stillness inside and outside. And releasing that leg. Let's end our take notice mini yoga session with a hand position to increase our alertness and sensory powers. So I'm going to bring our middle finger to our thumb. So like you're doing this, squeezing the thumb and the finger together lightly, and then the other fingers are straight. And we're going to sit like that. So hands like this, breathing, ending here.
So first I've seen a smooth symbol on the drum kit. And now the smooth plastic surface of my light up rainbow. And some of my collection of Russian dolls. My hanging Frida Kahlo pot, very smooth and shiny. And finally the kettle, which has some textures, but it also has some smooth surfaces.
Now 4 things that So I'm currently listening to the rain. Now I'm listening to the sounds of the fabric of my socks against the rug. The squeaks and squeals of the trampoline. 3 things I can smell. I can smell the sharp, strong smell of the peppermint tea bag. The sweet, strong smell of the pineapple air freshener. The bitter smell of coffee. Two things that I'd like to draw. I've chosen to draw a blue tit because they visit our garden regularly and they're my favourite birds. I've decided to not only use a pencil but to use some watercolour, mainly because I find it quite challenging. But it's nice to experiment. Using pencil, I've decided to draw my daughter's toy. It smells of her and is soft, and drawing the texture was a bit of a challenge. But it was nice to take notice. And finally, one thing to taste. I've decided these grapes would be really interesting to mindfully eat with my eyes closed. Taste the thickness of the skin and the sweetness of the fruit.